Sair da escola já com uma formação profissional no currículo? Parece bom demais pra ser verdade, né? Pois é. No ensino técnico do Senac, isso é possível. É ensino médio junto com formação técnica, que acontece durante os 3 anos. Lá, eles usam metodologia para projetos, desenvolvendo competências como resolução de problemas, pensamento crítico e colaboração, além de valores éticos e sustentáveis. Quer saber? Senac. Acesse sp.senac.br/ensino médio e saiba mais.
What's up, Cuzzy Wuzzies? You're listening to the Bay Ridge Boys, History Hyenas. Bad. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the History Hyenas. We have an extremely special episode for you today. I'm Chris Stefano, aka Communist Chris D, and with me, for the first time in history, we have Yanni One Koknobi, Pussy Hat Pappas, Special Needs Stamos. The lists go on and on.
Yeah.
Mr. Married.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, married Mr. and Mrs. Yannis Pappas.
Sorry, boys, I'm taken.
Yeah, I'm going to call you Mr. and Mrs. Yannis Pappas.
That's what it is.
That's a funny thing to call you.
Because I do have a male and female living in my brain.
Yeah, 100%.
I could be married to myself at any point. I could have a conversation. I could have a husband-wife argument just at my own table.
Yeah.
I'll be like, listen, Yanni, you took me all the way here to put me to Park Slope, and now you're not going to take me to Westchester? Listen, Marisa,
Yeah.
okay, I'm only dating you so we could double date with Chris.
It's what it is.
Yeah, because if I was dating Marisa, then we could definitely have a double date with your baby's mama.
Yeah, oh my God, my baby's mama would love Maurisa. Cuz, make no mistake.
Yeah.
If I got drunk enough, I'd bang out Maurisa.
Cuz, make no mistake, you were a groomsman this weekend.
Because I was a groomsman, and it was an honor to be in your wedding, and it was one of truly, it was at Oheka Castle. I can now say it publicly because I didn't want to say the name because I know Chris the teacher would show up with a shotgun.
He already knew where it was.
Yeah, he knew where it was.
Somehow he did research. The kid's a creep.
Kid's a creep.
Just kidding, we love you.
We love you, Chris. So I knew, I didn't want to say it live, but it was at Oheka Castle, and it was truly one of the best weddings I'd ever been to. And I'm really happy that at the last minute you chose not to invite Zach Isis, because that would have ruined it.
And we actually got married really Greek Orthodox style.
What they just sing everything, huh?
Yeah,
that was the first time. It's just but even like, hello, welcome to the Greek church.
They do this. You tell me the Catholics don't do that?
We don't sing every word.
No,
because we're busy sucking cocks.
Yeah, but you do hit a lot of, and then the Virgin said unto him, Christ. You don't do any of that?
No.
Okay, yeah, because the Greeks, they sing everything. And before me, we are here with Yanni, Ioanni, and Brittany, and they, and now.
Yeah.
I like the part where he goes, and God put a woman on earth because from his rib. When you hear that, you're going like, do you really believe that, Father?
Yeah, and then he kept saying things like,
that took me out of it when I heard that part.
And it was weird, and he was like, and he even like singing like who like the bishop was. He was like, and we have Bishop Nikos Stakahokos. Like it's like just it's not like, it's like just some guy. Yeah. And then he's saying, and then I like the part when he said, and hopefully their marital bed will never be desecrated.
Yeah.
It's like, they basically was saying is hopefully Yanni doesn't bring a fucking tooth back and bang her in your marital bed.
That's the way they used to say it back in ancient times.
Yeah.
Hopefully this guy doesn't go and get a gomare.
But I have to say, your wife, Brittany, looked beautiful. She's a piece.
Yeah.
And you're just a lucky guy. And it was a really fantastic wedding. A couple of comedians got a little smashed, and it was a nice buffet. Going to a wedding for all comedians is just a buffet. It's a platter of mental illnesses.
There's going to be a few mental illnesses
just on display.
Yeah.
It's on display. We had a couple of our friends bring PlayStations. I mean, we're grown men. We had we'd have a couple of friends get so drunk that they didn't even make it to the reception. Yeah. We had a couple of friends not give gifts.
Yeah.
We had a couple of friends, take the bus there. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
We're at a wedding.
My friend Manolis, who I love very much from Canada.
He's legally retarded. Let's just be crystal clear. Okay, I could say that I'm a health professional. I mean, no disrespect. I'm talking about if you measured his IQ.
In your professional opinion.
In my professional opinion, if I measured that man's IQ, and it's fine, it's no knock on him, but I just will say a scientific fact, his IQ would be in the zone of legal retardation.
Well, he had white Adidas socks on with his shoes. Yeah.
Ari Shaffir wore white Converses with his suit.
He did.
And he showed up with an arm cast.
Yeah, and he's a millionaire.
He's a multi-millionaire, I'd argue.
Yeah, and Manolis had no way to get from the church to the reception, so he just hitched a ride on the bus with us.
Yeah, he just got on the bridal party bus. I mean, it was so funny.
And he's wearing a jacket with a Dukes of Hazzard pin on it.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so funny because everybody on the bus was like, who's this guy now? And
it looked like we picked up a homeless person outside of the church.
You have to, because make no mistake, you have to do a lot of babysitting in your life.
I do.
I mean, but Nolis, you brought on yourself. The other ones, you had no choice.
Yeah.
You know, like your brother shit his pants on the dance floor. It's just what it is.
That's how we know it was a good time. My brother Nico shit his pants on the dance floor.
I mean, it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I can't believe
he was dancing his ass off, and he just shook a little shit out of his ass.
It's just what it is. It's just what it is, cuz. And then at 3 o'clock in the morning,
he's a good-hearted kid.
He's a good-hearted kid. At 3 o'clock in the morning, I found him wandering around the castle because he left the hotel room, and instead of taking his room key, he took a business card.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't get back in his room, so we went down to the front desk, and we got him back in his room, and he just sat up all night.
Well, you did. You did.
Yeah,
you did a really friend thing.
Yeah, I brought.
You did because you're a good fucking kid.
Yeah, I'm a good-hearted kid.
Yeah.
And let's be honest.
Yeah.
I'm a good-hearted kid, but the only reason I really did it is because I had already cracked something open.
Yeah.
So
you were done for the night.
My balls were drained. I already glued somebody down.
Yeah.
So I was good to just help guys with special needs get back into their room.
Yeah, I mean, my brother was in his tuxedo pants. Make no mistake, the underwear he had thrown into the waste bucket in his hotel room, and he was fucking free balling because he had shit his pants on the dance floor.
It's just what it is.
What happened. That's how you know how good a wedding was.
Yeah.
That my brother shit his pants. It's not a fucking wedding until somebody shits their pants.
Yeah, somebody shit their pants, and I'm sure
and he continued to do Sambikiko. He was dancing Greek with shit in his pants.
I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, I bet you I'd be willing to bet money Joe Bartnick also shit his pants because he was fucking ripped.
Now this is a true story, not even a joke. Joe Bartnick, he pre-gamed the wedding with a 6-pack of Miller.
Let me tell you what happened.
The kid's from Pittsburgh. He's Italian. He's not the classiest kid walking
here. Kid. Let me just.
But he's a good kid.
You finish the story, but just because you weren't there, he went from the church. He came. Is kind enough to come to the ceremony, which I'm sure you like to see your friends who actually came to the ceremony. It's like that's just another level of class.
Yeah.
When they actually show up to the Greek
and Andrew
church.
Schultz showed up wearing a Miami summer suit.
Yeah, Andrew Schultz came up like he was golfing at St. Andrews Golf Course, and it was a black tie event, and he claimed he didn't know, but let's be honest, that kid's screwed in. He's got a fucking yarmulke underneath that hair. He's screwed in, and he wanted the attention on him, and it fucking worked because everyone was looking at him in his suit, and he got pictures with a few toots and more Instagram followers. So fucking Shabbat Shalom Achlama to fucking Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, he's always thinking in content.
He's always thinking in content, and good for you. He's a smart kid, and we love him. But in between the church, the ceremony ended about 3, and then the reception was until about 6:30. In between that, Joe Bartnick, and Paul Verzi's wife went to, it was Joe Bartnick's idea, went to a 7-Eleven off the side of the highway in Long Island and got a 12-pack of Miller Lite and a bottle of $7.99 wine and a little bottle of Crown Royale. So that's what was going on in Mr. Verzi's room.
Yeah.
Is he was given a Miller High Lifes, and I said to Joe Bartnick, I said, would you like me to give some money down for these Miller High Lifes? Because, I'm just, taking free beers. And he goes, this is an Englewood. Just take a beer.
Where did you go and drink with him?
Can you give that a Wei Sean Chien, please?
Wei Song Chien.
Yeah, he's an Italian kid from Pittsburgh. He's gonna say a few. We're not in Englewoods. It's just what
funny.
It is. Yeah. Where were you drinking beers?
Paul Verzi and his wife's room.
Oh, that's why you guys disappeared during the pictures when me and Brittany were taking pictures.
Yeah, because they said we had an hour, so Paul sent a text.
You guys cracked open a couple Miller High Lifes.
Cracked open a few Miller High Lifes, and we did a couple of shots of Crown Royale. By the way, I'd also like to say Paul Verzi's a 10 out of 10. Paul Verzi's wife, Mrs. Verzi, 10 out of 10, top-notch woman.
Top-notch.
The top-notch women at that wedding, I mean, you had Mrs. Verzi, top-notch. Brittany Pappas, top-notch. Francesca Salvolcano's wife, top-notch.
Top-notch.
Liz Sergio's wife, top-notch. You had some top-notch ladies.
Some regal women in there.
You had some top-notch ladies, and then you had a hooker or two that wound up in my room, and it's just what it is.
Yeah, we need to just cackle over that.
Yeah, you said so.
No, I'm getting the ruling from ISIS that it's just what it is.
It's just what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what language it is, but I know it's just what it is.
Well, I said, yeah.
What was that?
That was Esperanto.
What the hell's that?
I don't know what that
I have
means.
no idea.
All right, could be. Is that like a Eskimo language or something?
Probably.
You're getting creative though. Yeah, it was a fun wedding.
Great wedding.
It was definitely a beautiful ceremony, and I think this is the first time in the Greek Orthodox Church's history that when the groomsman was standing on the stage, because there was two lines.
Yeah.
There was one of the groomsmen named Chrissy Cackles who really looked like he was waiting for the national anthem to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
You sway back and forth like you're about to rip that suit off and get on the court.
Yeah, I wanted to.
You can't stand still.
I was waiting him to throw the opening tip up. Church, and because I was going to go jump for the tip, and I have to be honest with you, looking across, I won't mention the names, but a couple of those bridesmaids, that I had that I was looking directly
can get cracked open and cleaned out.
There's one of them that could get cracked open and cleaned out.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Can she get fucking cracked?
We were taking photos down by Otto Khan's pool. And Chrissy farted, and we laughed for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I let
even the father of the bride was there, and he's a foot surgeon. He was dying laughing.
He was dying laughing. The only one who had a problem was your gay brother, who was like, "Who'd you that?" That's what he said. He had a little bit of issue, but cuz make no mistake, cuz let me just tell you,
my brother's gay.
Yeah, your brother's gay.
Classy kid, though.
Yeah, and guess what?
He pretended to listen to you a few times.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. He's lucky that I'm a sociopath too, and I know he was half caring. Because if I was a little turned off, and if I had a few in me, guess what would have happened at your reception?
You would have cracked him open and cleaned him out.
Peter would have got cracked open and cleaned out because he was paying attention to me. And cuz make no mistake, I'll do anything for content, and it would be funny to crack your brother open for the Patreon.
Yeah. Now you're thinking like Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, that's what we got to do.
Yeah, cuz
your brother hates you and nobody knew it except me. He just made up that he loved you at his wedding speech, and I knew he fucking hates you because I seen the text.
Yeah. I mean, we got into a big blowout right before, but what are you going to do? We're brothers. It just happens.
It just happens.
Everyone was under a lot.
它就是它的本质。
It's just what it is.
You've said it before. Your brother Nico is the only one with a pure heart. You and your other brother, pieces of shit.
Yeah, we got
pieces of shit that should be, that should just be drawn and quartered and sent to the corners of the kingdom. And your brother's got the good beating heart, but. It's what it is.
Yeah, because my parents had their own business, so on occasions I was raised by an illiterate Greek woman who spoke no English and couldn't read or write. Her name was Yulia.
Yeah.
She was really smart and wise in other ways, but make no mistake, she was a Greek villager.
Yeah, she would.
And she would sleep in the basement sometimes because my parents sometimes would work till 12, 1. Sometimes on occasion my mother would sleep at the office.
And she
said that when my mother was old, the only one out of the three of us that would bring my mother a glass of water was Nico.
That's it.
Yeah. The other two of us, she confirmed to my parents that me and Peter are pieces of shit.
Yeah. Nico, and I could say, Nico's just a good kid who just he loves a can of Coke and he loves
to shit his pants.
He loves to shit his pants. He loves sweets. He loves Law and Order, and he loves cranking into the bridesmaids. It's just what it is. I get it, cuz
you saw him drinking Diet Cokes, huh? And he's been in South Jersey so long now. He calls them Diet Cokes. He goes, can I get a Diet Coke?
Diet Coke.
Can I have a Diet Coke?
I loved it. I loved the wedding, man. You look great in tux.
Because he didn't sleep a wink because he didn't know where his suitcase was. So he was obsessing over his suitcase, and he just watched Law and Order all night. He did not sleep because all he couldn't stop thinking about where his fucking suitcase was.
Yeah, let's be honest. When he said to me, when I found him at 3:00 in the morning, and he was wandering outside, and I got him back up to his room, he said, "I was just waiting for my older brother to bring me back my suitcase." And I said, "Let me tell you the
something about your older brother.
Let me tell you something about your older brother, Nico." I said, "I'm going to get you into this room, but your brother's not coming back because he's on Grindr right now." So he's probably in some other town just catching a blowy, and he's a top shelf gay. But make no mistake, he doesn't care about your suitcase right now because he's looking to get banged out.
Yeah.
So so I'll get you in this room, and then you just sit up and you watch Law and Order, and you do what you need to do. I'll see you at breakfast in the morning.
Because we look like a couple of pieces, though. Are we going to have good-looking fucking trans kids?
Yeah, no, because I've got to be honest, you and Brittany, you're such a great-looking couple, and you two up on your dais, it looked like you said, regal. It looked like a king and queen. Truly, I mean, she looked phenomenal, and you look like a fucking piece.
Yeah, because let's be honest, now that I'm married, I'm screwed in.
You're screwed in.
Yeah.
And
she what?
And she got cracked open. I mean, It's just what it is. We all knew it was happening.
Yeah, you don't.
Everybody knows.
Because your Chrissy should be Patreons.
Yeah.
That's your new nickname is Chrissy.
I'm Chrissy Patreons.
Can't save it for the Patreons. You just let them fly.
I just let him fly.
Yeah.
But it's a funny, interesting thing. Like,
because if you're a stranger, meaning most of the people that listen to this,
yeah,
you benefit a lot from listening to our podcast.
Yeah.
If you happen to be in our lives,
yeah,
you're just going to be pissed with us.
You're just going to be pissed off because
Chrissy goes, it's Chrissy green lights, and there is no fucking brake pedal in his car.
I'm just going. It was a funny thing because I was thinking about it during the wedding.
You just told everyone who listens to our podcast that my wife got cracked open and cleaned out by me.
But I know, but everybody assumes.
But she's my wife, so.
It's the wedding night, and we knew it's an interesting thing to think about. Like, obviously, I'm a dad. Me and Paul were talking about because we have girls. It's like on our daughter's wedding night, like she's gonna get cracked open, and there's nothing legally a father can do anymore. It's like he just knew that he just knew when he saw you two going up in that elevator after the wedding that she was just gonna get cracked open, and he couldn't do anything about it.
Because I had to clean my wife out.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
So everybody knew it, and it's great.
I'm sure she appreciated it because because my wife. Wow, I gotta get used to calling her my wife.
Because you got a ring on your finger right now.
Yeah.
And it's taken a little bit to get used to. I got to be honest with you. It's taken a little bit for me to get used to that ring.
Yeah, and now that I got 2 feet in New York City, I'm pretty confident I'm a straight kid.
Yeah.
Because when I was in Long Island, you can't be sure if you're a 100% straight kid.
You never know.
Because Long Island kids, what they do is they take out their insecurities and they put it on hating minorities.
It's just what it is.
So when you got 2 feet in Long Island, you can push down the gay with rationalizing that, you're taking it out on minorities because Long Island kids, that's just how they are.
Right.
But when you got 2 feet in the city, you're back in a diverse situation and you can't fucking push down your insecurities like that. So the true you shines, and I felt like a straight kid when I got 2 feet back in the ridge. Yeah. So I think I'm leaning straight. Yeah. Just like my politics. I'm left, but I'm more straight, but I lean left.
Yeah, but
I'm center, but I lean left. So I'm straight, but I lean gay.
Yeah, you're straight, but you lean gay. It's what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm the opposite. I'm straight.
Just Republican.
Yeah, I'm straight, but I lean German. It's just what it is. Can I get a Wei Shang-Qian, please? I mean, Zach, what the fuck are you doing?
Because let's just be honest, there was about 4 or 5 comics at that wedding who pretend to be Democrats but are hardcore Republicans.
Yeah, and let's be honest, there's also a couple of there was also a couple of comics here that didn't need to be there, okay? I'm talking to you, Alexis. We should have had Ted Alexandro. It's what it is.
Because I really feel bad that Ted Alexandro should have been at that wedding.
Were you in Ted Alexandro's wedding?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't invited.
I wasn't, but I should have invited Ted. I love Ted Alexandro. He's a fucking stand-up good guy.
Yeah.
And I shared a good experience with him in South Africa. He came with me to South Africa when I did those shows.
It's okay.
And you know what? Ted is just a real guy.
Yeah.
Ted is a real person in this world, filled with a lot of phony people. And it kind of makes me sick to my stomach that I didn't invite Ted Alexandro.
It's okay. Because I said because you had a couple of dropouts that you could still invite him and just be honest. But Brittany said you can't do that.
Brittany vetoed
it. Because Brittany knows the class thing to do.
Yeah, and Brittany just didn't know that Joe Bartnick was going to bring a stranger to my wedding.
It's what it is. But it was a fucking. I mean,
it was a 10 out of 10.
It was a 10 out of 10.
The food was unbelievable. It was a Greek wedding. We did some Greek dancing. Chrissy cleaned out. Yeah, I got married actually in a castle. I mean, Oheka Castle is a castle,
which is what the episode is on today. The history of Oheka Castle, because it's wild.
It's the history of Oheka Castle and the history of its fucking founder and its benefactor and the person who owned it and lived in it, and his name is Super Jew Otto Kahn. German Jew kid.
A German Jew kid?
Yeah.
Gross.
Born in Germany originally.
Right.
Well, his parents emigrated to the States, but then they went back to Germany and had him. Mm-hmm. So he was born in Germany, then he came to the States, but he grew up in Germany, then he became a British citizen, and then after that, he became a United States citizen. Because when you're rich and you're a banker and you just make a lot of money, you can just become a citizen of whatever country you want.
It's just what it is. Yeah. Money.
He's a citizen of 3 fucking countries.
Yeah, money could just do whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I heard that the reason why he built that, because when you see this residence, when you see Oheka Castle, what I saw, and
we got to tell them where it is.
well, it's in Long Island. It's in Huntington, Long Island.
Huntington, Long Island.
So when you see it, first of all, it's the second largest private residence in the United States. Still to this day, it's the second largest
Built private residence.
built private residence.
Who's the first? Was it Carnegie in North Carolina?
It's somebody in North Carolina.
Yeah, can you look that up, ISIS? I
Yeah.
think it's Carnegie, North Carolina.
Okay. So but what I noticed was initially when I stepped in there, I said, whomever built this, if this was just for one man, he was motivated by hate. He was mad at something and someone. And then when you told me that the reason why he built that was because the country club down the street didn't accept him because he was a Jew, it all made sense. He built that to be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't need this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not completely sure if it was the country club in Long Island that
Well, I
did
mean,
that.
this is the history of Hyenas, so we're going to say
going
what
for
it is.
But I'm pretty sure it was in Jersey because he lived, I think, in Morristown, Jersey, and he was trying to but it was like super anti-Semitic there, and they wouldn't let a Jew join the club
Right.
over there. So he went over to Long Island, and yeah, he built that place as a fuck you. He had his own golf course, his own farm on there, his
beautiful.
own fucking landing strip.
Yeah.
The kid had a landing strip where he could fly his fucking private plane, and we're talking about the turn of the 20th century, talking about the early 1900s. Kid he was a refugee after the German Revolution. His parents left after the German Revolution. Mm-hmm. The Khans,
Right.
They left. They were immigrants and refugees from Germany. But little did these Jews know that there was going to be a bunch of Jews who were going to be trying to get out in a couple years because of Adolf.
Yeah.
So Jews just have a raw fucking deal, and for some reason, it's really wild. Fucking people just keep going after the Jews.
I know. Well,
They kind of do their own thing, and you got to admit, Ari Shaffir is kind of right. They're just kind of smarter, and they just kind of crush it.
Yeah.
And it's just what it is. And people kind of hate them because they're head of the class, and everyone hates head of the class.
Yeah, I mean, Ashkenazi Jews, already confirmed that they are just a little bit smart. They have a higher IQ, and that's true.
That's just true.
It's just true.
That's just true. He didn't even know that. I told him that. He's like, really? He's like, makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. They did a study, and Ashkenazi Jews,
Yeah.
As far as groups go, have the highest IQ of all people.
Yeah, and then
For some reason.
But the thing is, world needs to be balanced because then when we went downstairs to the man cave when you were upstairs with your wife after the wedding reception, we all went downstairs to Otto Kahn's man cave that he had built in the.
I don't know if that was his. They might have put that in later.
No, but the guy said that it's obviously been updated and it's modern with pool tables now. But that was his. That's where he would go. He would.
He'd smoke sticks down there?
Well, I don't know if he smoked sticks, but he would hang out with his guys, and there was like his little parlor.
And he would have. That's where he would have his boy. Because look, when you're that rich, let's make no mistake, you're gonna have a couple slave boys there that you bang out.
Yeah, it's just
it gets weird when you get that rich.
Yeah, so he would just fucking bang on a few little slave kids there, and then but because like as you said, Ashkenazi Jews like Ari Shaffir have a higher IQ, but they have lower immune systems because once we lit up those cigars, he started coughing and smoking, and his eyes got all watery, and then he got in an Uber and left.
He had to leave Ari. Yeah.
Yeah. But because he
didn't have the jury
because they snivel.
Yeah.
Give me a little.
Yeah.
Zach, you have to be. I mean, if you don't do it,
here's the deal. Whenever he says anything Jewish, you got to remember he's a German kid. So we need like a resounding Wei Xiongqi.
Yeah, because Zach he doesn't. Again, like we've said,
he lets the Jew statements just fly.
Every other nationality, anything anybody says, he's like, okay, Wei
Es ist genau das, was es ist.
Yeah, he gets Wei.
That was German, though.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we
yeah,
know.
we
Oh,
know. Yeah.
But for the Jews, because he's just. It's
We
what
make
the
a Muzzy
Muzzies do.
joke. We make a Muzzy joke. He's right on it.
Yeah.
He's right on it. If I say like Muzzies are fucking repressive, regressive idiots, he's all over it, right?
Yeah.
But if you say, hey, Jews are snivelers, there's silence.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
because he doesn't understand the problem. He's like, oh, what is that? I thought they were.
He goes, now these guys are finally talking.
Yeah,
That's what he is. Yeah.
that's when he checks back in.
Yeah, he's just completely, he hears a statement in his mind, he goes, period. Or he goes, exclamation point.
Yeah.
That's another button he wishes he had was exclamation point.
Yeah, he has to be told.
Yeah, he has to be
Wei
told,
Xiongqi.
now Wei Xiongqi. And he's going,
Yeah.
okay, guys, I didn't get the joke.
Yeah, but I'll do it because you're paying me an extra $25 to not fuck up.
Because this is the thing Zach ISIS needs to know. We're a couple screwed in Jews right now.
Because, by the way, I just
and
want
as
to
this podcast grows,
Yeah.
ISIS is going to grow with us.
Yeah, it's going to grow with us.
But if he gets another fucking finger tattooed, we're going to replace him with a kid who's got clean hands.
It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Because on this marriage Monday, I got to be honest with you, you have got a full head of hair. The most hair I've ever seen you have in your life is today on this Monday.
This is the first full day, because yesterday doesn't count. We were
No.
just recovering.
Yeah.
This is the first full day. I'm Yanni Husbands.
You're Yanni Husbands now.
Cuz, did I look cute at my wedding?
You look cute. You look fucking jacked out in your tuxedo.
I did.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
look jacked out.
And my wife was an absolute 100% fucking piece.
Yeah, she hasn't eaten a carb since last year.
No, yeah, she's just been drinking mustard.
Yeah, she's been drinking mustard and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, she just put mustard on lettuce for about 1 year.
But it's funny that when
Today she had 3 cakes and 14 bagels.
Yeah. This morning, yesterday morning when we were at the breakfast, I said, you can finally eat now. She said, yeah. She opened up our breakfast on the first day of her married life. She opened up with 2 slices of cake for breakfast.
It's just
what it is.
Yeah, she's
because she loves sweets and she's got to push it down and she's got a lot of willpower because she loves sweets like I love sweets.
Yeah, she pushes down like you push down the gate. She pushes down her love for sweets.
Yeah,
but make no mistake, today's her birthday, so I'm not out of the woods.
Is she back at work yet? Or
There's
she's still
flowers
off?
and a card waiting for her right now in a house that looks like it got ransacked by burglars.
It's just what it is.
Yeah, the house is fucking retarded. Is retarded messy.
Is she at work? Did she go back to work today?
No, she took today off too.
I mean, that girl's just taken the last 2 months off for her wedding.
Yeah, she has. Yeah, it was an event.
It was.
You're rarely going to see a wedding that good.
No, it was great.
I mean, the food was phenomenal.
That food was great.
Oheka Castle is just, and I heard a lot of comedians were making the jokes about it, and it's hilarious because Derek Jeter almost had his wedding there.
Right.
So people were looking around, going like, this place was almost good enough for Derek Jeter. It's like, that's how nice about it. He was looking up at the ceilings going, if they were only like 2 or 3 feet higher, this would have been perfect. If the grounds were just a little more ornate, it's just, that's how nice it was. Almost nice enough for Derek Jeter, which is pretty goddamn nice.
Nice, yeah.
It's a beautiful place to get married. Brian McKnight got married there. Joey Fatone got married there. One of the Jonas Brothers got married there. And the Robo Cheeseman, a.k.a. Peanut Head Pappas, got married there this Saturday night. Passed. So yeah,
that's what it is.
I'm a married kid.
Yeah, because it was great.
The cocktail hour was like crazy.
Yeah,
I've never seen that much food in my life.
Yeah, I mean, just you had an Italian station, a Greek station.
What do they do with all that food after they're done? Do they throw that out or do they give it to the homeless?
No,
I mean, what do they do with all that food?
Maybe
they throw it out.
They do, right?
I'm sure some of the workers have to take it.
American, yeah. I'm sure it's work, but like it's just American. They just dump it on the lawn, and let fucking cougars and coyotes probably come and just eat whatever's left.
Some of the workers have to take it, though. I mean,
they
have to. I mean, it's all that beautiful food.
I mean, there was just like the cocktail had the dessert room. The dessert room was something of legend. You're not going to see something like that ever again in your life.
No, it
was like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, I hit tiramisu. I hit 2 slices of tiramisu.
You let loose because your balls were drained.
My balls were drained, so I went back down.
Balls were potato chips.
I hit the tiramisu. I hit 2 slices of cake on the tiramisu. I hit the chocolate cake. I hit 1 or 2 cupcakes, and then what else did I hit? And then I hit a cannoli.
Yeah.
So I got hit.
Yeah.
And then in the morning I had 6. I'm not lying to you. 6 waffles with 3 scoops of whipped cream on each.
Yeah, you let go.
Yeah, the whipped cream was fantastic the next morning.
Yeah, I had a few cigarettes. It's just what it is.
It's just what it is. Yeah, we promised that he was going to stop smoking cigarettes once he got married, but he had one today. It's what it is.
Because my friends from college, Todd and Jamel, were there.
Didn't give you a wedding gift.
And unfortunately, Todd spent most of his wedding being upset because when he was in the bathroom, somebody who was in the bathroom mistook him for the bathroom attendant.
Oh shit.
It really ruined his experience.
Yeah.
And we just can't determine whether it was racist or if it was just it happens because the kid was dressed in a tuxedo.
Yeah.
What do you think? Given it's Long Island and there was Italians and Greeks there, I think there's a good chance it was just flat out racist.
I think
I mean
yeah. I think I would lean that was probably unfortunately towards racism.
Yeah.
But, I think it wasn't I don't think it was malicious, but it's just
just Long Island.
It's just Long Island shit. They live in Long Island's a different country. It truly is.
If you are listening to this and you're not from New York and you have no familiarity with Long Island and the difference between Long Island and the rest of New York, Long Island is behind Brooklyn. It's like Brooklyn's fat ass.
Right.
Imagine Chrissy D is New York City and that big Aunt Jemima ass on his backside, that's Long Island.
Yeah.
Now, you're never going to go from the butt to the fucking Viking head because it's just too far to travel. travel. Because make no mistake, if you've ever seen a profile of Chrissy D, his body's in one room and his butt's in another. It's too far to travel, so they just don't leave the island.
Yeah.
Plus, the traffic keeps them in there because the traffic's too much.
It's too much.
And you got to go through the whole island to get out anywhere.
Yeah. And you really see it. And it's
like its own country.
It's its own country. And there's only blacks in about 3 or 4 towns on the whole island.
Yeah, the rest of them is just where the Italian Americans have retreated to.
Yeah, it's just where they retreated to. So there's a tinge of racism out there. It's just what it is.
Just a tinge.
And it was just out in that castle. So unfortunately, I think that's probably what happened.
The whole island votes Trump.
Yeah, 100%.
They don't even learn the issues. They just go, we're going red.
Yeah, we're going red.
It's Staten Island and Long Island go red.
That's just what it is. Yeah. I will say the only thing that I will say, if there's any constructive criticism on the wedding, is how little Oheka Castle cared about the groom and the groomsmen. I mean, they just don't care about the guys.
It is so funny. Yeah. When wedding venues are thinking about their Yelp reviews for the future, they don't care. They know no grooms. They know no grooms are looking up reviews to hear other grooms go, hey, they just let us stand in a hallway and not know what to do for an hour.
Yeah.
They know the only people reading those reviews are brides.
Yeah.
And they're only hearing reviews from brides.
Yeah.
So it's like everything is done for the bride, from the photographers to the flowers to the DJ. Everyone we talked to before this wedding barely even makes eye contact with me.
They don't care.
Because they know I just don't matter. And Chrissy will tell you what happened when we got there. It was fucking 10 out of 10 hilarious. I'm getting married on that day.
Yeah.
We showed up, and it was like, boom.
Yeah, it was just like, Yannis,
we didn't know what to do.
We didn't know what to do. We didn't know where to go. We were told specifically, because make no mistake, Brittany, Yannis' wife, sent us an itinerary and a schedule that 2 days before that had to be, every fucking detail was lined up, okay? I mean, the only thing missing was the swastika on that thing. She had fucking rules and regulations that you had to abide by.
Because she was Himmler.
Because she was Himmler. Or make no mistake, you weren't going to be allowed into the wedding. So you just had to, so I paid attention to every fucking detail.
Because you're German and it was right up your alley.
It was right up my alley.
You got a little bit of a creeper when you saw that fucking itinerary.
Yeah.
Because that's how you are. You're built like 13 minutes of boxing with Serge, 4 minutes to bang out this dude who flew in from Chicago, 3 minutes to play with my daughter, 10 minutes to say what's up to Yanni, get a smoothie, bite my nails for 4 minutes, and then do 15 spots, and then also go back and take Liz because her knee fell off.
Wild.
Yeah.
You're a German kid.
I'm a German kid. And it said specifically, to be there at 9 a.m. to start to get ready and take pictures, and the breakfast will be served in the groom suite. So we get to the groom suite. There's no breakfast. They don't even have our bags there. So we don't eat anything.
Wait a second. Just tell them. We put the suitcases on the thing, and I said, hey, yeah, we just stood around in the lobby for a second, and I go like, and I was like, do you know where we're supposed to? He goes, who are you? I go, I'm the groom. He didn't even react. He goes, oh, you're supposed to check in. So they made me check in at the front desk.
Yeah.
Like I'm a fucking kid from out of town.
Yeah.
I mean, this castle's going to be mine tonight. There's nobody else here.
Yeah.
It's all about my wedding. I'm the groom. They
Yeah.
go, you got to go check in at the desk. So we check in at the desk, and then they give us the groom suite, which was fucking hilarious. It was an empty one-room fucking hotel room. Meanwhile, she's up in the bride's fucking suite.
Yeah.
That's where me and her stayed. It's 15 rooms.
It was
it's 15
beautiful.
rooms with the views of the garden with 3 decks. I mean, 4 bathrooms, a hot tub, heated floors. I mean, if you saw the difference between where she was getting ready and where we were where we looked like we were getting ready, looked like a 1-bedroom in Sunset Park.
Yeah, it really did.
And there was no food or coffee.
There was no food or coffee, which they said would finally, by the time it got to about 11:45, when we had to get ready to go to the reception, all the crews were like, we got to eat. And then make no mistake, what they showed up with was a few turkey wraps and a couple of Keurig pods of coffee that, make no mistake, the manager told one of the valet guys, just start looking in trunks for food. And that's what they found.
Yeah.
Because they just came up with a few globs of mustard and a few turkey wraps, which one of them was half eaten, and they just threw it at us.
Yeah, I mean, they brought food. Imagine we were all working at like a car wash, and the car wash decided to have an office party.
Yeah.
That's what the food was like.
That's what it was.
That's what it was like.
Or it was like when you go to like AutoZone and you're waiting for your car and they just have food and coffee out. That's what it was. Just in the waiting room.
And I'm the groom.
He was the groom.
Because when they threw us in the library, they put us in the library for pictures. We were in the library where there were other people having meetings about whether they were going to book Oheka Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They didn't care about us.
It's so funny how like that. I noticed even the next morning at breakfast, like we're all sitting down and they're just moving in more people to take a look at the space.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't care. You guys are done.
Yeah.
We have your money.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So it was funny.
But it was
other than that, it was a fucking 10 out
For
of 10.
the night was great because you have the whole fucking thing. But yeah, the wedding is all about the bride. That's all is cared about. The groom. Basically, I'm just an extra in her movie.
Yeah.
She is the The marriage is her company. The wedding is her company.
Yes.
And she is the CEO of that company. And we are all just measly employees.
That's all we were. We
of
were
her fantasy.
We were just employees in her business, but it was great. And make no mistake, I will tell you 100% the castle was haunted. I got to be honest.
Yeah?
Haunted castle. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about
Well,
it.
it's a Jewish person that owned it. So what happened? Did you fall asleep? And you're a German kid, so you know they came out and they went boogie 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 boo.
Yeah.
How you doing there, Nazi face? We're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember me?
Yeah, you thought that food that you ate before wasn't kosher. Guess what, Nazi face? It was kosher. Tricks on you. You just ate Jewish food. You just had a little bit of salmon, but guess what? It was kosher. It was blessed by a rabbi. So boogie 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 boo. Cause you with your face, you scared Jews.
Cause did I look cute in that tux?
Cause you look like a cute kid, and make no mistake, it took us about 4 hours to get that bow tie around that fucking medicine ball head of yours.
Yeah, my bow tie kept flipping the other way because my neck just kept pushing it over.
We had to use Marco because Marco was the only person who was tall enough to have a vantage point to see how he could maneuver that bow tie around your head. This is a true story.
Yeah.
We could not get that bow tie. I'm not joking.
No, it's just true.
We could not get the bow tie around Chris's head.
It got to
you got a big fucking head and a big fucking ass and a weird tit.
It got to the point. It got to the point.
Your feet are broken.
It's what it is. I got genital warts. Because it got to the point where we could not get this bow tie around my head because my head's just too big, that Yannis was contemplating texting Brittany to ask if we could go no bow tie. I mean, that's how serious the situation was.
Yeah, I mean, it was the bow tie.
I almost changed the wedding.
Yeah, it was a pretty funny situation because we couldn't get your bow tie on. Ched destroyed his bow tie because he's too anxious and twitchy.
Yeah.
And he's got to smoke cigarettes and, you know, what
He just undid his bow tie.
He just undid his bow tie and ripped it apart. So there was a point we were actually going to figure out if we were going to go no bow tie, which would have, Brittany would have came down and killed everybody.
Yeah, she would have actually shot people.
You know what's interesting though, cuz?
Yeah.
You know what I felt the day before the wedding? I felt something very interesting, right? I was driving to do Gotham, you know, the VR show that I host every Thursday.
Yeah.
And I was driving there and I had this feeling, I realized, so the day before my wedding, or before the rehearsal day, I was like, I've never felt that valuable to someone.
Yeah.
Because this wedding is Brittany's dream since she was a little girl.
Right.
And we're almost there. She's almost there. She's worked hard on her body to get into that dress.
Right.
The whole thing. And I was like, if I just crash into this wall right now, I could ruin everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I figured, like, even if I put myself in the hospital by driving into the wall and had, like, full body paralysis, I guarantee you she would have ran into that hospital, stole my body.
Yeah.
And just had me held up like Weekend at Bernie's to fulfill the dream.
It's just
nothing was going to get in the way of what was going to happen.
No chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was dead, she would have just got the closest thing that looks like me, Pete Lee.
Yeah.
And she would have said, "You're Greek now, Pete Lee?" And just, "You're Yannis."
You're Yannis, it's just what it is.
Yeah. And he would have went, "Okay, I'm from Wisconsin."
Yeah, because I was thinking about that too. Like, let's just say like a groomsman died.
Yeah.
Somebody just died. Brittany, there would be a tear shed, and then the show would go on.
The show would go on.
It just is not, nothing was going to stop that.
Brides are cold right before the wedding. They're fucking cold. It's also a great time to if you're a criminal, kidnap a groom.
Yeah.
If you kidnap a groom the day before the wedding, everything's been paid.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, whatever ransom you ask for, she's going to pay it.
Yep, I agree.
Because that kid has to be on that altar.
There has to be.
She will pay that ransom.
Her father will pay it.
He'll pay that ransom. I don't know why more grooms don't get kidnapped right before the wedding.
Because how's Brittany's pops feeling right now? Bank account might be a little light.
Yeah,
that was an expensive wedding, but the kid's got some cash. Were there some mob guys out there? I didn't notice any mob guys. Were they there? Did they show up?
I mean, that's not for the free. That's that's not. Yeah, there's Chrissy Cackles. Yeah, we don't talk about all that right now.
Yeah, but I mean, we're not naming names.
No, we're not naming names, and we're just staying away from it.
All right, fine.
Yeah, but it's Long Island, so you do the math.
Yeah.
Her father's Sicilian, you do the math.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Because Long Island.
Wild.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's just what it is.
You know, it's another thing about Oheka Castle and Otto Kahn. He was actually the inspiration for the Monopoly Man.
Which is crazy.
It's wild as that.
Yeah. I mean, he was an interesting cat. I mean, you're talking about this guy had his hand in railroads.
Yeah. That was big industry back then, the
Big
railroads.
industry, yeah. I mean, the guy had a landing strip on his property. He built Oheka Castle,
Right.
which is huge. He built it to be extremely fireproof, which is funny because after he died, the military academy, it was a military academy for a little while, and then it was like a sanitation workers retirement.
Which is hilarious.
Which
That's
is hilarious.
old school New York sanitation garbage men just going out to that Oheka Castle.
Yeah, just sitting there playing cards.
Yeah, just like, look at his fucking place.
Yeah.
Wow, look at his ceilings.
They're playing poker, and one of them go, "Can I get a water?"
Yeah, can I get a wood? Yeah, in the fucking to think
Yeah.
about garbage men in that castle is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, guys, look, you owe me $20 from the poker game yesterday, but while we're at it, can you pass me a water? Yeah, the kids were drinking coffee in there. They were talking about the good old days.
Yeah, talk about the Yanks.
Talk about the look. We did what we could with these rats, but these fucking rats underground, there's nothing you could do about those things.
Yeah.
Those things, you know, they said a few times those things is like Chinese.
Those things is like Chinese.
There was a
they said. I guarantee you, because it was in the 70s when the
Can
sanitation.
I get a fucking Wei Shangxing, please?
Wei Songxian.
I guarantee you this was said, and this is just historically accurate, so it's like a play. I'm just gonna say what they said because I know they said it. I guarantee you in the 70s, they were in there watching the Yankees on, and they said, Reggie Jackson, they said, even though he's a mullion, the guy can hit.
Wei Songxian.
There's no way that didn't get said.
That got said.
Yeah, we talking about former sanitation workers. That's just what's going to happen.
It's just what those guys said, and unfortunately, that's obviously a fucking racial slur, and it's a Wei Shangxian.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to be historically accurate. Those New York sanitation workers definitely said that in the 70s. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
They said it. I know they said
There
it.
was a few racial slurs that if those walls could talk, we would hear a couple racial slurs.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
It's just what it is. But before it was a sanitation retirement home or whatever it was, and a military academy, it was one of the homes to the fucking multi-billionaire banker Otto Kahn, who was the German kid, but he was Jewish.
But he was Jewish. And good for fucking him for building that shit because there were a bunch of anti-Semite losers.
Yeah, he made that as a statement. Like Chris said, you could tell it's so grand and lavish. It looks like a chateau. His pool's fucking sick. He definitely had toots over in that pool.
100% he had toots. And it's one of the, I don't know if you guys have ever been there, if any of the listeners have ever been to Versailles in France, the palace of Versailles, King Louis XIV's palace. It reminded me of that. Like the gardens, it looked like Versailles.
Well, you roll up in that pathway. It's like lined with trees. It's so gorgeous. Then you roll up to this cobblestone entrance. It's a castle.
It's a castle.
And then there's like grounds like Versailles. I mean, the gardens are like Versailles.
Right.
Those gardens were bulldozed and then recreated by the people that bought it now and operate it now or whatever.
Right.
They lost it. You can go Google the whole history of Oheka Castle. It's past.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot more in-depth, like a lot more fun facts behind the scenes stuff if you go to patreon.com/BayRichBoys.
We're screwed in.
We're screwed in because Yanni's married now, and make no mistake, guys, make no mistake, like I said two episodes ago, right now, if you go to patreon.com/BayRichBoys and be a part of the matriarchy, be a part of the cackle, be a part of the community, that's where we're doing all the behind the scenes stuff. That's where if you're a true blue fan, because right now if you're listening to this episode for free, you're a toot. You're a prostitute, it's what it is. If you join the Patreon, then you have cleansed yourself, you've doused your body in witch hazel, and you are non-toot. Patreon.com/BayRichBoys. We are finally at $40,000 a year. When we get to 100,000, I will show a picture of my open asshole.
No, Chris.
And Yannis will have a video of him putting Zach's toes in his mouth for 3 seconds. It's what it is.
No, you're not going to put a picture of your open asshole on the Patreon.
Then I'm going to put a picture of my colonoscopy report up there.
That's better.
Yeah, I got videos of that.
Yeah, you could do an X-ray of that, but you can't spread your ass cheeks and put that on the Patreon.
But what if we just get, if Zach gets...
And I don't even know why you're saying that.
But what if Zach gets the camera lens right up into my hole and just takes a picture there and you can't tell the difference?
No, that doesn't fix the situation.
Well, can I post a picture of my butt?
Yeah, but let's save that for 1,000.
Okay.
But not your
Well, no, 100,000 a year.
Butt. Not your naked
No,
butt.
100,000 a year.
100,000 a year. But yeah, we're not going to do naked. We got to think. Zach ices his toes in my mouth for 3 seconds. That's a good one because that's fucking gross.
Yeah,
I'd
you'll
rather
do it.
jump out of a window.
Yeah.
So we have to think of something that you.
What about I'll do a toes in your mouth. I'll do a video of
Let's think of something that you would really make you uncomfortable.
I'll reenact me getting skull fucked.
No,
I'll have the abuser come.
No,
and just hit me.
I figured out what we're gonna do.
What are we gonna do?
When we get to what do you want to say? $100,000
$100,000 a year.
$100,000.
So we're at $40,000 a year.
Yeah, we're at $40,000 a year right now. When we get to how many pay? So we got to do it more by Patreon numbers.
We have 497 Patreons. So you want to say 1,000 Patreon members?
When we get to 1,000 Patreon,
because that would be probably about 100,000 anyway.
When we double our Patreons to 1,000 a year, what we're gonna do is we are going to take Chrissy over to Andrew Schultz's parents' studio, and he's gonna do a whole ballet dance to Debbie Gibson music.
Done.
It's just what
I'll
it is. A whole routine that his mom
in spandex with my tit out.
In spandex in a fucking tutu.
Yeah, with my tit out.
With your tit and your fucking no top, just a tutu.
No. I'll put a leotard on so you can see my tit.
Yeah, we want to see the tit and bare feet.
Yeah.
And we'll get close-ups of the feet and tit.
Yeah.
You're going to lose a few toots, but you're going to gain a few views, and then a couple months will go by, you'll get some new toots.
Because, make no mistake, I forgot to tell you this. Last night, for the first time I did yoga.
You'll be a toot and a tutu.
A toot and a tutu. So now I'm Chrissy Yogas. I forgot to tell you this. I'm Chrissy Yogas. I got a private yoga instructor that comes to the house. So she came to the house yesterday.
And you cracked her open and cleaned her out.
I did not crack her open and clean her out, but I probably will. But I did not crack her open. But, you have to do yoga. You have to take your shoes and you have to take your socks off so you can get... feel the energy of the ground. And make no mistake, 30 minutes into the yoga session, she made me put my socks back on.
She didn't want to see them.
Well, she claimed that it's because she thinks it might be.
But she saw them moving without your feet moving.
Yeah, because my feet, because I was getting sweaty and my feet were sliding because I didn't have a yoga mat. She said, put the socks on, it'll be better grip. But I know it's because my feet were gross.
Yeah, your feet look broken. It's just kind of what the situation we're talking about is.
Because if I start doing yoga, though, and start getting flexible, it's going to start to get unreal.
Yeah.
I'm Chrissy Yogas.
What do you mean it's going to
Because why don't you start coming to these classes with me? Boxing, yoga.
I think I'm going to start coming to boxing for the workout.
With Paulie Gassi?
First, I got to quit smoking. No, I'm just kidding. I don't smoke.
Yeah.
I want one now with this coffee.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, let's go get some fucking salmons after this, but you got to take your wife up for her birthday.
When are we going to start the Patreon All-Star Team draft?
Can I just say one more thing that was 10 out of 10 funny thing? And we could calculate this out if not, but it was just funny, and Brittany probably knows the truth anyway, is when you were supposed to write her a letter. When you were supposed to write her a letter about and it was supposed to be like a whole video thing, it was supposed to be ready and prepared before you even got to the council, the photographer came over and said, Brittany wants to proofread that letter. And you were like, oh, I have to go up into the room and get it. And all the groomsmen knew the reason why you said that is because you didn't write it yet. And so you ran up to the room and wrote it because, make no mistake,
it crushed in the room.
It's a fucking poem, and it crushed, and Brittany couldn't even make through because she was crying because, make no mistake, you're very good at fooling people with your vocabulary.
Yeah.
You're very good at that.
That's why if we have an empire, I'm going to be the Caesar.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have a harem, and you're just going to be my jester.
Yeah.
You're going to come in and you're going to fart and you're going to jiggle that butt for me, and then you're going to go back in the box.
But now I'm a boxer, I can throw hands. You're going to have to use me in the field.
Yeah.
Because I could throw hands.
You can't throw hands, so you will be used occasionally if we're fighting anyone except the blacks, because the blacks will knock you out.
Yeah, I'll get knocked out.
Yeah, because you're just a clunky white guy journeyman for black guys to fucking practice on before they fight each other.
It's just what it is,
It's just what it is.
I'm on the varsity B team.
Because you're a Division 15 legend.
Yeah, it's what it is. You kept telling people that I played basketball in college.
Se mitä se on.
Because you kept telling people that I played basketball now. My college's all-time leading scorer, and it's embarrassing for you to tell people that because then I have to tell them what school it is, and people are like, what is that? I've never even heard of that. And then Marco said, I think I drive past it. I thought it was an apartment building, but it's a college.
Yeah, make no mistake, Marco played Division 1.
And he was a Division 1.
All-conference,
academic All-American.
Academic All-American. He played professional in Europe.
He's a great kid, Marco.
He is.
He's a really top
notch.
Class guy.
He is a top.
Does he listen to the Potty Waddy, Marco?
I don't think so.
But both. He probably supports the Patreon, though.
Well, him and Ched, I told them to be Patreon members when they started, and they just still are Patreon members, but they don't even know what it is.
Ched doesn't know what's going on.
I mean,
if Ched doesn't sell me a BMW, I'm going to throw him off the fucking roof.
Well, you can get one whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He runs what he runs, so it is what it is. When are we going to do the Patreon Dream Team?
Well, I mean, we got some really funny messages that I'd like to read. Here, let me tell you some of the things that are going on Patreon, because they're 10 out of 10 messages, and I like to do. Oh, by the way.
Did you see this picture I posted on Patreon of me in my tux by the piano looking like a goddamn piece?
Fucking piece. Yes,
I'm a piece of ass.
You really are a fucking cute kid.
Because there's one picture that's going to be going up on Patreon only of Chrissy D sitting in my lap for the last time.
Yeah.
In our tuxes.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking for the message that...
Let me just say, now that we've announced that we're going to be doing our voice-like Patreon dream teams, people are really bringing it.
Yeah.
Because look at the last comment on our Patreon is from Rob Twinkie McStinky Winky.
Yeah.
People are fucking bringing it right now.
Because Lisa Johnson, Queen Matriarchy, Matriarchy Patreon member from almost day one, commented, wrote a post about your wedding. She wrote, it's titled The Fumeless Wedding, and she said, on behalf of the matriarchy, we would like to bestow a basket of witch hazel and several ass-cleaning products as a token of our appreciation. Make no mistake, your wife is a piece and deserves a husband with a 100% clean ass.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Poppis.
Well, let me tell you what Rob Twinkie McStinky Winky says.
Yeah.
He says, Chris D, draft my peas.
Yeah.
He says, Chrissy D, I want you to pick me first like you did the cool kid when playing 5th grade kickball. Make no mistake, I'm a gay kid with a girlfriend of multiple years, but secretly I really want to transition into a woman and take dicks like a turd.
Yeah.
He goes, draft me up and I can be your little spores and shoot threes and suck D's all day.
Yeah.
If you're wondering about my jump shot, make no mistake, I might be a white kid, but I did 2 years at Florida A&M, so my jump shot is wet like a Jerry curl. So yeah, draft me.
That's fucking 10. He's just been drafted.
Yo, cuz, yeah, we're going to have to do, when do you want to do it? Next week?
Let's do it next. We will go to patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys if you want to enter in to the first ever Cackle draft.
Yes.
The Matreon draft. Patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys, and we're going to draft teams, and it's just going to be fucking dope.
So, what you
Why
need
don't
to
we
do,
have them post why they should be drafted?
Exactly.
And then
Yes.
you'll pick out.
There it is.
Zach, for a Muzzy, you're a screwed in Jew.
Screwed in Jew. You put your yarmulke on for that
Because I
one.
was just about to say that. Post just like, I just want to say his name again, just like Rob Twinkie McStinky Winky did.
Yeah.
Go post on our community board why either one of us should draft you so we know you're there.
Yeah.
And we're talking to all 500 of you almost right
Yeah.
now. Post on our page. We'll read them all. And me and Chrissy, next week, we will start our Patreon All-Star Draft team. And then once we get our teams together, we're going to start doing competitions that we will tell you about. And we'll do points. And there will be consequences for me and Chrissy based on if my team win or his teams win.
Yeah.
One of the things may be I have to put Isis' toes in my mouth.
It's what it is.
And you may have to fucking hang out with a Jew for more than 2 minutes.
No. And we will do that on the free episode that goes on iTunes, not just the Patreon only episode.
Yeah.
Before we read the new members of the Patreon who have taken the plunge and become non-toots and went to patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys. This message was funny for me from Talia Valkanos. She said, my coworker has a client named Bert. Bert called my coworker today. My coworker picked up her phone and said, hey, Bert, and make no fucking mistake. It took everything in me not to yell across the office, your mom's a toot. Happy No Fumes Friday, matriarchy, from the most Franks and
Hey, Bert.
She said, happy No Fumes Friday, matriarchy, from the most Franks and Beans early onset Greek peace pseudo-penis loving engineer on the East Coast. Gotta go douche with some witch hazel so I can get cracked open and cleaned out this weekend. Wei Zhang Xian.
Yeah, she's a PPW nominee, and she's not even a new Patreon.
It's funny when girls say that they gotta get cracked open and cleaned out.
Yeah.
It's just a funny thing.
Look, I got a DM yesterday. I can't remember the kid's name. I apologize. Maybe I'll say it at some point, but he made a good suggestion. He's a Patreon member, and he said, in addition to trying to guess these people's ethnicity and what their lives are like, he thinks it would be great if we guessed how much they donated.
Okay.
Based on their name.
So
let's start that this week.
We're going to start. And speaking of donations, we just want to give a personal shout out, and we will. We're going to tell you about it in a second, but we just want to start off. I just want to start off this list with a personal shout out to our first $100 Patreon member, our small business level. It goes Vidura, a.k.a. Gandalf the Brown, a.k.a. Low Budget Aquaman, a.k.a. Chocolate Jesus, who joined at the $100 level on our Patreon from the capital of my homeland, Berlin, Germany.
Wow.
But he was born and raised in Sri Lanka, where the weather's always over 90 and Asians are never safe. Real talk, he said, I love the show, and when you guys mentioned the small business support thing, I thought I'd go ahead and jump on the non-toot train. Let me know the details. So what we're going to need from you, Vidura, and we're going to contact you personally, is what business you want us to shout out. We're going to shout you out every fucking episode.
Your business is now a sponsor of our podcast. Our podcast is brought to you by our business. So ISIS is going to reach out to you. You send ISIS the copy, the bullet points you want us to hit about your business. We're happy to sponsor it, and we thank you for your service, for being a fucking non-toot sponsor.
Thank you so much. And we're also going to send you a funny, personalized video just for you. And that goes out to anybody out there who's got a business, a small business, a large business that wants to actually sponsor podcast. That's what we have available for you for $100 level that wants to sponsor our podcast.
And that video is going to go up on mine and Chrissy's, all our social media platforms.
Our main Instagram page, not
everything.
Also the history,
everything.
The personal ones too. So combined, that's you got 250K.
250K, including Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
No, we're talking about maybe 500K.
Maybe 500K. It's going up, and you keep that video forever. But make no mistake, you are an official sponsor of History Hyenas, and we are in a symbiotic relationship. And yeah,
okay. And so make no mistake. What we're gonna do for the first time ever on the episodes is we're gonna guess the ethnicity and we're gonna guess the amount of money. But make no mistake, we do have to move quick, and because it's champagne problems we got now, we got a lot of Patreon members. We got a lot of people that joined, so we got to get through it.
Well, that's the problem that a German likes to tackle, because you like to move fast and just think of it as you're pushing these people into the oven.
Yes.
So let's make it quick.
I want to do it quick because I got to get a kielbasa. Okay. Mike Hublitz.
Mike Hublitz?
Yeah.
Well, let's start off with a fucking German kid, and I would say since he's German and he's going for the $10 because he's fucking wants to stalk Nikki Glaser.
No, well, yeah, you were right. He's probably German, but he's a cheap fucking. He only gave 5.
You fucking cheap fuck!
I'm gonna put you in the oven.
Don't you know for 10 you get to fucking listen to the interview episode?
You're having a seizure.
You fucking dumb fuck.
Next up, Aaron F. Gonzalez.
Que pasa, mi gente? Para, para, pa, pa. That's a kid, make no mistake. His job is to sell snow cones in August on the streets of Washington Heights, and he gave $25 because, make no mistake, he's a fucking Puerto Rican kid trying to get up and get some attention from Chrissy because he thinks that maybe Chrissy will support him.
He gave $5, build the wall.
Wei Song Xian.
Yeah.
You were sitting on that one.
Yeah.
Because you were sitting on a fastball.
Yeah.
You knew the pitcher was throwing fastball and you swung and hit it out of the fucking park.
It's what it is. Matthew Carlin.
Matthew Carlin. Wow, that is a good Irish kid. And I'm going to say he's going for $5.
$5.
Yeah, he's a dumb fucking Irish kid. He
Here we
needs
go.
money for booze.
Billy Antonucci.
Billy Antonucci, listen.
Sounds like the girl I banged out.
Here, Billy Antonucci's going to go fucking $10, and not only he did not put it over to Patreon, he sent it in an envelope in cash.
Cash. He did say an envelope in cash, but he only won 5.
Yeah, you fucking cheap goddamn wop.
Yeah.
Can I get a Wei Shangxin?
Wei Song Xian.
Yeah.
Fucking greaseball. Can I get another Wei Shangxin?
Wei Song Xian.
Justin Isaacs.
Justin Isaacs? Wow. Wow, this is a really white Patreon right here.
Yeah.
He's a Jewish kid,
Yep.
Isaacs. So I'm going to say he definitely tried to give $1.
Yeah. He gave 5.
He gave 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lowest you can give. Come on, you know you're a fucking descendant of Otto Kahn. You got money. Give us a little bit more money.
Yeah. Chris Diaz.
Chris Diaz. Wow. Wow, Chris Diaz. That is definitely a Puerto Rican kid. Mm-hmm. He's not Dominican. He's not Mexican. He's a Puerto Rican kid. He's not Colombian because, we don't get all specific. He's a Puerto Rican kid, and make no mistake, he's a plumber. He's a good fucking plumber. He's a cute kid, and he gave $10 because he wants to hear the Dan Soder episode because he's a fan of professional wrestling and kids who are almost Franks and Beans.
He gave $5.
You fucking cheap fuck.
You fucking piece of shit. Go get on the bus.
We appreciate it.
Okay, love you.
Yeah.
Anthony Robles.
Anthony Robles, another German kid?
Robles. Robles.
Oh, he's a wasp. Bad.
And his email snoop.robes.
Snoop.robes. So he's a wasp bad. White kid.
White
good
kid.
old wasp, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant kid who grew up with 3 sisters. He's pushing down the gay hard.
Yep.
Okay? That's a kid who's he grew up like you. Sometimes he likes to sit like a Sphinx cat.
Yeah.
And he went 10.
He went 10.
Yeah!
Yeah, finally.
Finally. We got a kid with some family money.
Yeah. Next up, Thomas Dowd Warren. This guy's got 3 names and a hyphen.
Okay, whenever you see 3 names, make no mistake, that is a kid who has had money in his family for a long time. If he's not $25, I just want him to cancel his membership because
Yeah.
he's full of shit.
He gave $5, you fucking inbred.
You fucking descendant of slave owners.
Yeah, you piece of shit. Okay, next up, Yanni Greek by procreation Esposito.
PPW nominee, definitely a Greek kid, hilarious Greek kid, which means he still lives with his parents. Make no mistake, he sits behind a cash register all day
At a diner?
Yeah, make no mistake, he's got a cross that's made out of palms.
Yeah.
And he's got an icon over his bed.
Yeah.
And he gave $5 out of his parents' wallet.
That's all correct. He gave $5.
Yeah.
Next up, Irving, look for me outside of Home Depot, Sandoval.
Because we're gonna have a tough time drafting these kids.
Yeah.
Okay, Sandoval. So what? Sandoval. What in the major leagues? What's his name? Sandoval?
Pablo Sandoval.
And where's he from?
Pablo Sandoval.
Is he Venezuelan?
Or
I think he's
Dominican.
So
It's all the same to me.
Yeah, I know. To you,
Yeah.
To Ridgewood, it's just fucking the other side of the wall.
Yeah, it's
you
just
actually
what it
call
is.
them night walkers.
Yeah, they're night walkers.
What
Yeah.
do they call? You actually call everyone on that side white walkers.
Yeah.
That's actually 10 out of 10.
It's 10 out of 10 fight.
Yeah, you could. But
Okay.
yeah,
So
he's,
Irving, look for me outside of Home Depot, Sandoval. What do you think he gave?
I think he's a Venezuelan kid, and I think that he gave 25 pesos.
No, he gave $10.
$10. That's
Yes.
pretty good. We appreciate your contribution.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next up, Daniela Barraza.
Oh, Daniela Barraza, make no mistake, she's the type of girl who if you want to date her, you're gonna have to fucking meet her parents.
Yes.
She can cook you a good sauce. She's an Italian girl. She's living out on the island. She thinks she needs her passport when she comes to New York City.
Yeah.
And she gave $5 just to get Chrissy D's attention.
She gave $5 because, make no mistake, she would give 10, but she's not through nursing school yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, Tim Murphy.
Tim Murphy.
Guy sounds like a cop.
He's a fucking good Irish kid. Tim, I think he's going to give about fucking $5.
He gave $5. You're
You're a
right.
fucking good Irish kid.
One name, Sal.
Sal. It's probably Sal Volcano in disguise.
Yeah. His
And he gave
email
a-
is nefarious006.
The various 006 Sal. Okay, he's an Italian kid.
Yeah.
He loves his mom. He loves his aunt.
Yeah.
He loves his mom and his aunt.
Yeah.
He takes him to church on Sundays.
Yeah.
He definitely gets his eyebrows threaded.
100%.
He makes a decent ziti.
Yeah.
And he went for $5.
He went for $5.
Yeah.
He would go for 10, but he's got to fix his Toyota Celica.
Do you $5 people know that you are not getting? Are you guys just gonna wait for the interview episodes like a bunch of fucking toots? You're waiting for the free interview episodes once they get released? Aren't you anxious to hear Nikki Glazer? She's a piece.
She's a piece.
And Andrew Schultz is screwed it.
Screwed it. Next up, Romina Savale.
Romina Savaglio, another Italian girl.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, she's a piece.
Yeah.
She's definitely a piece. She straightens her hair every morning, and I'm gonna say she went for $5 because both her parents are dentists.
She actually went for $10.
Dentists, I was right, but I
There
should
it
have went
is.
10. Yeah,
She went for 10.
our $10. Those are our true fans.
Those
the
are true
10s.
fans.
We still love the $5 too.
Next up, Bianca Mendoza.
Bianca
Well,
Mendoza.
you know Bianca Mendoza, I want to bang it out.
yeah, she.
That's the type of name I like, and she looks like a piece.
Yeah, when you hear Mendoza, that is 100% Puerto Rican. Wepa. And she gave, make no mistake, she tried to pay in coconut cookies.
Yeah, she gave $5 and a bottle of Coquito. Okay, next up, we got two cute kids from Westchester.
Okay, that's two cute kids from Westchester.
What did they give?
So they definitely trying to impress Marisa, so I'm going to say they gave $25.
They gave $25 and they split it, which is hilarious.
That's right. We talked. These are the first two kids that went Dutch on our fucking Patreon.
They just split it. Yeah.
Those are screwed in fucking kids.
Those are screwed kids.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, they're paying $12.50 each.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next up, Donnie America.
Donnie America. Oh, wow. First of all, we know how he votes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did he give?
Okay. First of all, his name's Donnie in America. So
Yeah.
he's a MAGA kid.
Yeah.
And he's from the heartland.
Yeah.
And he's fiscally responsible.
Yeah.
Because he leans right.
Yeah.
So he gave $5 and he wants to see how it goes.
No, he gave $10.
Wow.
Yeah, he's probably a proud alum of Covington High.
Yeah, because he knows this is a Republican podcast.
That's what it is.
Wei Xiangxing, please.
Wei Song
All right, come on, we got to speed it up.
Yeah.
Next up, Cody Jarrett.
Cody Jarrett, Jewish kid.
Come on.
Half wasp. He's going to give, he gave $5.
Okay, $5.
Yeah.
Next up, one named Benson.
Benson?
Yeah, he's got a cowboy hat on.
Benson is a kid from Texas. He owns a horse. He has a chewing tobacco problem, and the kid gave $5.
He gave $10. Thank you. Howdy.
I should have known one name like that. He's a
Yeah.
fucking cute kid.
Mike Ahern.
Mike Ahern.
Ahern.
That's a
Oh,
German.
yeah. What did Mike give?
He's a German kid, and he gave us $25.
$25.
Yeah. 'Cause make no mistake, wasps run the world.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So he gave 25.
His birthday party, people were wearing masks.
Lauren Manuel.
Lauren Manuel, I'm going to say she's a French girl with French roots. She's from New Orleans, so she knows about Creole culture. And she gave a nice $10.
She gave it $10. Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren.
Alex F. Soto.
Alex XO, wow, Hispanic kid, probably from Colombia. And I'm going to say that kid went for 5.
He went for 5.
Good kid.
Next up, Vidura Rajapaksa.
What the fuck is that?
Vidura Rajapaksa.
Portuguese?
No, Vidura Rajapaksa.
Oh, well, you can't even do that voice anymore.
No, you can do it. There's no
you
problem with
can't
the
do
pool.
it. No.
Vidura, no, I'm going to tell you what. Give me guess.
You can't do that voice because we have a problem with the pool, and you can't do it because nobody from South Asia talks like that when they come to this country. They talk normal. They don't talk like that. So I'm going to say since he's Indian and I watch Russell Peters and I know how cheap they are, he gave $2.
No, Vidura gave $100.
Get the fuck out
This is Vidura Gandalf the Brown Chocolate Jesus.
Yeah. South Asian kids are the best.
Vidura, thank you for giving $100 and fucking go eat a snake.
Next up.
Wei Zhongqian.
Oh, he's going to be our... So
Wei Songxian.
he's the new king of the matriarchy.
Vidura is the fucking king of the matriarchy.
And
He's our Gandhi.
He's our...
That's what he is. He's our fucking Gandhi right now.
He's our first small business sponsor, and make no mistake, that he's made history. Because once we find out what his business is, we'll fucking promote it.
Because make no mistake, for giving $100 a month, I would let Vidura bang me out.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Because you're screwed in.
I'm screwed in. Next up, Terrence Holland.
Terrence Holland, finally a black kid. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah.
Big hubs.
Yeah. Finally another black kid. We love our black kids. Yeah, I mean? And so he's going, I'm saying he went 25.
He gave 5 beans, son.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Stephen Corcoran.
Stephen Corcoran? Wow. Okay, so Corcoran, we know he's a wasp. He's related to Barbara. He's got a lot of family money. If he didn't go 25, I want him out of my life.
He gave $10.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Okay, Steven, so we appreciate your 10, but you better fucking do what's right because we know your family's got money. Fucking wasp. Next up, Katie Way, who looks like a pea.
That's her ethnicity is fucking peace. It doesn't matter. She's for Rome, and the girl gave 5, and she's fine with 5.
She gave 5, and she has no fumes.
Yes.
Next up, Dylan Wasbrook.
Yeah, well, we got a hardcore wasp. I'm going to assume it's 25.
He gave 5.
Okay, well, let me tell you something, wasps. Give 25 because we've got a lot of black kids listening to this, and your fucking forefathers were slave owners, and you need it for reparations.
Yeah. Next up, Erica Philip, F-I-L-E-P, or Philippe, something like that.
Okay, her roots are French.
Yeah.
So she's from France, and I'm going to say, since French people don't eat a lot and they only drink coffee all day, I'm going to go, she gave $2.50.
She gave $10.
Love you, Felipe.
Love you. Next up, Jeff Farmer, a.k.a. Steel Pipe Jeffrey.
Good old Heartland kid. He's a good kid. That's a Kansas kid.
Yeah.
Got a decent sense of humor. He's built like a fucking brick shithouse, but the kid can only afford $5 a month.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Last but not least,
because all the jobs are overseas.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Last but not least, Joe Marinacci.
Joe, wow. Can you just repeat that name, but do it correctly?
Joe Marinacci.
Exactly. Can I get a glass of water?
Yeah. Can I get a... Yeah.
Yo, Joe, can you pass me a glass of water?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a kid who never drinks bottled water. He drinks from the sink.
Yeah.
Yeah, his mother cooks the sauce.
Yeah.
His Aunt Marie is his favorite person.
Yeah.
And he aspires to be just like his dad, whose name is Vito, and he's a plumber.
Yeah, and he gave $5 because, make no mistake, he's trying to save his money because he thinks we're under attack by the Chinese.
And he also has union dues.
Yeah, he's got union dues, so he gave $5.
So we worked in his budget.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys so much for your service. Should we call a $25? Should we call a couple?
Yeah.
We got to call a couple.
Let's call a couple. And also, while ISIS gets the numbers ready for call, let me just say this. Guys, if you're listening to this as a toot, go seek out the non-toots and ask them what they get. Does anyone give more content?
We give the most on Patreon.
Because, I mean, we're doing you get 3-4 bonus episodes.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, we're going twice a week right now. If you're listening to this for free, you also notice that you got the Andrew Schultz podcast is up at the same time. There are 2 back-to-back History Hyena episodes being released now, which means there's 4 interview episodes in the chamber. So if you join Patreon for a month as a $10 member, you and only you will be able to enjoy those episodes for a month before they're fucking released to the toots like table scraps.
Yeah.
You guys eat first. You're the first-class passengers through the friendly skies of Bay Ridge. We are the Bay Ridge Boys. Our $25 members get our kamikaze episodes where me and Chris just start recording and trick the other one. And unfortunately, we say a lot of wild stuff on that one. Those are for our $25 members. And the $25 members get a whole bunch of other shit. Our $5 members get our bonus episode.
Yes.
Oh, the $10 members also get our videos. The $10 members get to watch the podcast as well as listen to it. And now we got new HD cameras because we're screwed in. But our $5 members get our bonus episode. Every single week there is a concomitant bonus episode that accompanies our free episode. So if you want to get 2 for 1, if you're a hungry hyena and you haven't gotten your fill each and every week, join the Patreon, join our community so you can be a part of our community, our matriarchy.
Yeah.
Now we're going to call some of our $25 members. So when you become a $25 member, once a month, Chrissy calls you up and talks to you, and I just scream "Yas" in the background.
Yes.
So the 2 kids from Westchester didn't answer, so I'm going to try Bailey Fezler.
Let's try Bailey Fezler.
Oh, Bailey Fezler. I think she's a piece.
Joe Marinacci, also running our community board, he said, is Chrissy going to post a wild pic on this page or what? So they need something from you, Chrissy.
What do they mean?
Because they just love you.
Should I post the one with my dick tucked back?
No,
or did we post that already?
No.
No, but you don't see anything. I just tuck my dick back. And you
That's a video.
It's a picture.
That's a picture.
I posted it on our History Hyenas Instagram and it got taken off, but they can't take it off our Patreon.
No, they can't.
They can't.
Well, no, so make it. Why don't you make it for the higher up in price? You know, the cooler the toots.
So for $25, I'll post it.
I'm going to connect you with the History.
Make it for 10.
Oh yeah, she picked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bailey, right?
Got it.
Hello, Bailey.
Hi.
What's up? It's Chris Stefano from the History Hyenas, aka Chrissy Cunanan.
And I'm Yannis Pappas, a.k.a. Peanut Head.
How you doing, babe?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for being a valuable $25 member.
You're welcome.
What are you doing right now?
I'm walking to a conference room so I don't get fired for talking to you guys.
What do you do for work?
I work in tech sales.
Wow. What city do you live in?
I live in Denver.
Denver's a fucking hell of a city. I just was there last month. I wish we would have hung out because you sound like a piece.
I went to your show.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Heard
yeah.
about your podcast.
Did we meet? We didn't meet after the show, right?
She fainted.
No.
No, we got to. Next time we got to meet.
Why didn't you go up to meet him? Did you feel too shy because of he's just too cute?
Oh my God. So yeah, kind of.
No, don't. If you're a valuable $25 member of the matriarchy,
You can sleep in his hotel room.
Yeah, I'm yours.
Oh, good.
All right. Well, listen, we just, we're going to call you every month because that's just what we do. If you're a $25 member, we just call you on the phone and we talk to you and it's just live on the podcast.
Love it.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Congrats, Yannis, by the way.
She said congrats to you for getting married.
Thank you.
Yeah, for when we get to 1,000 Patreon members, we're going to post a video of Yannis sucking Zach Isis's toes. What do you think of that?
Oh my God, I want to see that for sure.
What about a picture of my open asshole?
No,
is that out?
There is.
I mean, I'm curious. I need to.
She wants to see it.
Because
tutorial.
there is no demand for that photo.
Yeah.
You're trying to create that demand. There is no demand.
I want to ask the Patreon community if they want that because if they want it, Chrissy D will give it on. Chrissy goes. I like your name, Bailey. What is it, Bailey Fezler?
Yeah.
That's a great name. What kind of name is Bailey?
I think my parents actually got it off a sitcom. And
Really?
They wanted. Yeah, so you know if a man's name's Sydney, it's with an I, and if it's a girl, it's usually with a Y. That's what my parents tried to do with Bailey.
Nice. So you got some creative, cute parents.
Yeah, all the way up north in Alaska. They're cute.
Wow. You're from Alaska. That's all right. Here, Yanni's got a question. Then we got to go.
What's your favorite moment of the History Hyena podcast thus far? Can you think of it? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but what's something that really got you cackling?
I mean, the whole Steel Pipe Chrissy episode, I actually had to walk away from my gate at the airport Because people were looking at me like I was insane.
Yeah, we go nuts.
I really liked the Queen Elizabeth episode, too. You guys crushed that.
Thank you. Yeah, we're going to start to do, because we're asking especially our valuable $25 members, like what they like. So you like a little bit of history with the funny. You like, Queen Elizabeth had a lot of history. You like that?
Yeah, totally. But
Good.
I also like that you guys are like goofy and, especially in 2019 where everybody's so sensitive.
Yeah.
It's nice that you guys are still out there doing your thing, being yourselves.
Yeah, appreciate that. See, this is just a great human. I'm coming to Denver. We're getting married. Are you single?
I am single right now.
Oh my God, I'm coming there. You're going to get cracked open and cleaned out.
I got the CBD oil. You bring the witches.
Wow. All right, Bailey, we fucking love you. Thank you so much. We're calling you next month.
All right. Thanks.
All right, bye. Wow, what a babe.
She's a babe. She's a heart. I mean, Isis is just letting the dial tone get on here.
Yeah.
Because she's a real fan. She said, you bring the CBD oil, I'll bring the witch hazel. Yeah. She's going to get cracked open and cleaned out.
It's what it is. We got any other 25s or that's it?
Yeah, let's call our last one.
All right, let's call the last one. And then we got to end this episode. We've been on for too long.
Yeah, Bailey's a piece.
Bailey, she sounds like a piece, but that's interesting what she said because she's a valuable member.
Yeah.
And she really is she's a real fan. She said she likes a little more history.
Yeah, and from now
Queen
on,
Elizabeth was a great episode.
It was a great episode.
And we did a lot of research on that, so we got to do that.
We do. For our $25 members, from now on when we call you, we're going to ask you what your favorite moment is, so be prepared.
Yeah, that's a great.
Yeah. And in our bonus episode, we're going to get into further detail about Otto Khan, because make no mistake, we put the juicy stuff behind the Patreon wall.
Yeah.
Or shall I say, we put the juicy stuff. Let's just call our bonus episodes kosher episodes.
Yeah, the kosher episodes. And let's just be honest. We're gonna put all the juicy stuff behind the Patreon. Or we like to call it Israel. Who we on with?
Leo Love Handles.
Leo Love Handles. What's up, baby? It's Chrissy Stefano, a.k.a. Chrissy Cunanan from the History Hyenas. What's up, boo?
Nothing much, man. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Yeah, we got Yanni, special needs Stamos. Yannis Pampas is right here, too.
What's up, Yanni P? How you been?
Yo.
Congrats on the wedding.
Yo, thanks, brother. Thank you, man. I'm a married kid.
Where you at, Leo Love Handles? What city you in?
I'm in Michigan, Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Yeah, it's a good city, good college town.
Yeah, let's be honest, you vote red.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should come down to the comedy club over here, man.
We would love to.
I've been going over there recently.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get it. We're gonna try to get a live podcast booked over there. What do you do for work?
So I do a bunch of different stuff. I run cars. I'm a valet. I work for the Lions part time too. I'm also a baseball coach, so I'm all over the place.
So you're a Hispanic kid.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. I mean, Go ahead.
My mom grew up in the jungles in Colombia.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a fucking Hispanic kid.
I mean, cause you're not valet parking cars and a baseball coach if you're not Latino. It's just what it is, cause
there's a 0% chance that you don't know how to juggle a fucking soccer ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my uncle, he played on the Mexican national team.
Wow.
In the 70s.
I guessed right. Yeah.
No, Leo,
He's a hard-working fucking kid.
Thank you for being a $25 member. I mean, cuz we're going to call you every month. Isn't that fucking wild?
Yeah, dude. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys, man.
Listen, we're asking all our $25 members, we're not to put you on the spot, but what's your favorite moment of the podcast so far?
So my favorite episode so far is the Ari Shafir episode.
Mm-hmm.
Just all the yeah, I'm a group of Catholic kid. I went to Catholic school all the way from kindergarten to high school, so I kind of knew the whole Judaism type thing. But some of the questions you guys were bouncing off Ari were fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
cackling in the car.
Now, because I went to Catholic school my whole life too. Were you when you met your first Jew? Did you think they were going to get their magic on you or no?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I made sure I held on my wallet real tight, and I said the Lord's Prayer as well.
You have to, right? Yeah, I remember the first time when I met my first Jew at 23, I just kept saying the Our Father just in case the Jew magic got on me. Yeah. Leo Love Handles, you're a good kid. What are you doing tonight?
Tonight, man, I'm just chilling. I got home from work about an hour ago.
Are you a single kid? Or you gonna go out there and look to crack something open, or you got a girlfriend?
No, I'm a single kid, man, but I go out on the weekends a decent amount.
And
Ann Arbor's a pretty fun town.
You clean some of these girls out, no?
Yeah, man. I hit or miss. I look kind of like Manny from Modern Family, who gets covered with a drinking problem.
Yeah.
Yo, he's a funny kid.
You're a funny kid. Leo Love Handles is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, cuz. Well,
Cuz
listen.
make no mistake, if we come to Michigan, we'll toss you our keys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I'll be there. Just wherever you guys at.
All right, brother. Thank you so much, man. We're going to call you again next month. We appreciate you. We appreciate your loyalty.
All right, dude. Thanks so much. You
All right,
guys
later.
take care.
All right, you too.
Yeah, he's
Funny kid.
funny kid.
All right. Well, listen, that was another fucking episode. Go to patreon.com/BayRidgeBoys to hear more behind the scenes stuff about Oheka Castle and Otto the Con, a.k.a. Otto the Jew. And you can catch all my stand-up dates at chrissdcomedy.com. I'll be in Washington.
DC.
I'll be in the DC Draft House March 8th and 9th. I'll be at Sacramento Punchline March 21st to the 23rd, and March 28th to March 31st. I'll be at the San Antonio Improv. Come see your boy.
I'll be in Philadelphia this coming weekend. If you're listening on Thursday, and if you're listening on Sunday, you're fucking assed out. But I will be at Point Pleasant, New Jersey, Levity Live in West Nyack, and Governors in Levittown. So go get your tickets. Google that shit.
See you guys later. Have a nice time and suck a dick.
Huh?